Think it's impossible to shoot a Hollywood blockbuster right in the middle of a real Formula One race weekend? Think again. Brad Pitt and the team behind F1 the movie pulled it off. They integrated themselves into the official F1 calendar, gained access to the paddock, the tracks, and even created their own team that stood side by side with Mercedes. How did they do it? Stick around and you'll find out. Welcome to Popcorn Files. We'll be super grateful for your like and subscription. Now let's go behind the scenes. Here we go.
Filming began in 2023 and lasted almost a year and a half. But here's the most important part. The movie was literally built into the Formula One calendar. The crew was given an official 20-minute slot during qualifying day. That's when the actors drove onto the track in specially prepared cars, while the fans in the grandstands thought they were seeing a real extra Formula One team. Imagine this, a genuine Grand Prix weekend, and between the sessions, Brad Pitt's car rolls out on track. This was an unprecedented official deal signed off by Formula One bosses, the FIA, and even team principals. For the first time ever, Hollywood got this level of access.
For the film, they created their own team, APX GP, and it looked so convincing that fans and journalists genuinely thought an 11th F1 team had arrived. APX GP had its own garage, a motorhome, mechanics in full team kit, and even stood on the podium alongside Mercedes. At the British Grand Prix, they were officially introduced, and the setup was so authentic that many believed Formula One had quietly welcomed a new competitor. This gave the film its realism. It no longer looked like a movie. It became part of Formula One itself. But how do you shoot a Hollywood movie if real Formula One cars are far too expensive and complex? The solution was brilliant. Mercedes-AMG took 6 real Formula 2 chassis and turned them into machines that looked almost identical to F1 cars. Engineers reworked the aerodynamics, redesigned the bodywork, applied sponsor liveries, and even used tire warmers. And most importantly, the cars were equipped with cameras and recorders, giving the audience the chance to see the race through the driver's eyes. In fact, these were the fastest film cameras in movie history.
Yes, Brad Pitt really got behind the wheel. In practice, he reached speeds of 180 miles per hour. Of course, that's not the level of F1 drivers, but it was more than enough for authentic on-screen action. At the same time, real drivers were on the track with him, and all of this happened in front of actual teams, fans, and the full race weekend atmosphere. Imagine it, a real Grand Prix weekend, and alongside the F1 cars, Hollywood actors drive out in character. That's what makes this movie unique. For the first time, we'll see Hollywood fully immersed in live Formula One.
Now, let's dive into some behind-the-scenes secrets you probably didn't know. During filming, Brad Pitt accidentally slipped into Ferrari's team photo, and that picture went viral across the internet. Supercar Blondie spotted him in character at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and fans weren't sure if he was a new driver. The crowd's energy was so intense that the film crew said it felt like performing at an actual championship. By the end of the year and a half of filming, the crew admitted Silverstone felt like our own backyard. As we can see, director Joseph Kosinski wanted to recreate the magic he achieved with Top Gun Maverick, but this time on the F1 circuits. His goal was the most authentic racing movie ever, where actors, cars, and Formula One itself merge into one. And it seems he pulled it off. For the first time, audiences won't just see a movie that imitates the sport, but a film that becomes part of the real championship. F1 the movie is more than just a film. It's a bold experiment where real sport and Hollywood work together, and it changed the rules of the game. And here's the question. If Brad Pitt managed to embed himself into the Formula One calendar, where will Hollywood go next? Could we see actors on the World Cup football pitch? or even at the Olympics? Subscribe now, because more stories about movies that break the boundaries of reality are on the way.